Something.
Hey everybody, come on through, come on in, come on through, come on in. Y'all know it's a new time for us. 7:30 at night thing. 7:30 at night.
Oh,
It's something new for us. And it's something new for us to do. And y'all ain't coming up in the room. Come on up in the Lord's house. Ye shall a condola.
hey Dwayne.
Hey Reese Cup.
What's going on, Reese Cup?
Hey y'all, come on through, come on through.
Oh God, you know it's a shame. It ain't never nothing on TV, nothing new.
Well, at least we ain't paying as much as people pay for cable.
I know.
Yes, because we use streaming services. And we have YouTube TV. We are good, Reese Cup. We are good. Hey, Roxanne.
Hey Roxanne.
We are good. Just here chilling. Tramel went and brought us a sandwich for dinner. Hey, Miss Lois. But I ain't even. I took a bite out of mine. I haven't even really eaten it yet. Cause you know you're hungry, but you're not that hungry. So I haven't really even eaten it yet.
I ate half of mine.
Yeah, you ate half of yours. Never anything on. I watch YouTube. Yeah, Dwayne, you right. Nothing ain't never on TV, and half the stuff that's on, you already seen it already.
If they play one more Tyler Perry movie, I'm gonna scream.
Oh yeah, you gonna get Tyler Perry movies all the time.
They got a channel on here just dedicated to Tyler Perry movies. That's all they play is
See, I
Tyler
was
Perry
like
movies.
in October because they was playing a lot of horror stuff. So when Trinell
Hmm.
wasn't around or he was asleep, I'd be watching a lot of horror movies.
Speaking of horror, does Chucky come on tonight?
Yes,
Okay,
at 10 o'clock. Hey, Lisa.
that's a good show.
Yeah, Chucky. I like Chucky. That is definitely a
Yeah,
good show. So I titled tonight Tell It All Tuesday.
tell it all. We're gonna tell all.
I don't know.
What's there to tell? Does anybody have something to tell?
Dwayne, I love horror movies. Tramel, he don't not so much. It depends. It depends on what it is. He won't
If it's, I
really
like campy horror. I don't like horror like gory
right, like
horror.
he won't
No,
watch like, you know
Saw.
well, Saw is gory horror.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the Candy Man. I don't like,
Hey Val.
you know, I don't like those kind of horror movies. I like campy, like like American Horror Story. Stuff like that. Something
Hey
that's got a little comedy to it.
yeah. See me, I like horror. Like give me Night of the Living Dead. Give me Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, The Dead Have Arisen, and then definitely give me like spiritual horror movies like ghosts coming and snatching you up, and you know evil nuns and evil priests, and spirits living in the house with you trying to take over.
No, I don't
Give
want to
me
see
all
that.
those kind of horror
No.
movies, honey.
Mm-mm.
Tramel ain't he ain't giving all of that. He ain't giving all of
No,
that.
I'm not doing all that. I don't want to see all that.
Miss Lois, I haven't seen a horror movie that's. You know what kind of horror movies really scare me? Like ghost stuff. But they got to be really deep into like ghost stuff, like ghosts living there and just taking over and locking people in closets and things of that nature. Those kind of movies scare me. Freddy, Jason, stuff like that. All these like not super powered, but these killers that can never be killed.
See, I can't watch somebody because I had panic attacks.
Right, like killers that can never be killed. Fast movie. Oh yes, zombie movies. I love them because you have to think. The Shining did scare me, Val. The Shining scared me.
I never watched that fully through.
But I was young when I watched it. I don't know what it would do now because I've watched some things that scared me when I was little, and now when I watch them, I'm like, oh my god, the graphics were so corny now compared to what they do now versus what they did then. Um, but like when you watch zombie movies, you have to sometimes stop and think, like, what if this really happened? Like, what if the dead did come back to life? And what if, as soon as they killed you, depending on how they killed you, you came back to life and joined them in killing everybody? Like World War Z, that movie was crazy straight out of the gate. Straight out of the gate, World War Z was crazy. Straight out of the gate. Reese Cup said as long as they move slow. But Reese Cup, even when they move slow, they tend to catch people. Like even the slow moving ones, I'll be like, child, you could have outran that zombie, honey. How did it catch you? But the ones that be like on it, they just be zipping through. I'm like, child, there's no way I could have got away from that thing, honey. I'm fat. I can't run that. Now that I hurt my knee, child, I'll be hobbling,
Well,
honey.
when you can't run, I can
I'll
run.
be having to hold on to Jamel. Be like, wait, don't leave me.
You better not hold on to me. You better hold on to me. You better hold on tight because I'm gonna be gone.
Yes, Val, like the ones that I Am Legend, they them bitches will take off and be after your ass in a heartbeat. The ones in I Am Legend and World War Z, they was no joke. They was fast as hell. There's a zombie movie on Netflix with Batista in it. I can't think of the name of it. It's something Vegas. They in Vegas and there's a bunch of zombies. Like, see, I like zombie movies where there's like one zombie that like evolved and is controlling all of them. Those kind of zombie movies I think are good too because you got to remember at some point they were human and some humans tend to look for someone to follow. So those kind of zombie movies do make sense. That's why it's scary to me. Did you see people on? No, I didn't see that one. You know what movie kind of low key scared me? The People of Mars. I think that's what it was called with Ice Cube. I think it was called The People of Mars or something. And they went to Mars, and Pam Grier was in it. Ice Cube was in it, and that scared. It didn't scare me, but it was like that's what y'all get for going to Mars, honey. That's what y'all get for going up there and minding other people's business. And you should have left them Martians alone, honey. It was an empty planet for a reason. It was an empty planet for a reason. And I like voodoo movies too. No drugs where people were biting people. I will send you the video. Okay. Oh, real life, not the movie. I like Alien and Predator. I like the first ones. They kind of start. See, that's the problem with some of these movies. The first ones be good. And then when they start making part two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, that's when they start kind of getting whack. And they should leave it alone with one and two. Maybe three, but that's it. Like Chucky, it started getting stupid after two. Now the Chucky TV show that's on,
That's
that come
funny.
on tonight, that's good. It's funny and it's good.
Yeah, it is.
Like
It's good.
Tremella watch that because it's funny and good. And it's better than what I thought it was gonna be because I thought it was gonna be stupid, but it really actually is good. Chucky is being Chucky. He campy, but he ain't too
He
campy.
funny though.
He funny.
Yeah, he's a hoot holler.
And
especially the first show when he was up on the stage, and
Reading.
yeah, he was cursing and stuff. Oh, that was so funny.
Yes, it comes on Sci-Fi Val. It comes on Sci-Fi tonight at 10 o'clock. If you haven't seen it, I want to say it's maybe only 4 or 5 episodes in, but it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
It really is. It's better than what I really thought it was gonna be. Because once they said they was turning Chucky into a TV show, I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be stupid. But it really isn't. It's really good. But Sci-Fi Channel really be having some good stuff. Like they got either Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead. That looks good, but I haven't fully watched it yet like I want to.
Well, speaking of other shows that we watch, let's talk about some of the shows that we um just started watching, like Family Business.
Yes, but we binge watched the whole
Right,
thing.
right. Family Business. Family Business is a good show. If you don't have the BET Plus app and you're considering getting, it's worth it. And I believe you can get the BET app if you're a Prime member. It comes with the Prime membership.
BET Plus.
Yeah. Um, and we like All the Queen's Men.
Yes, and definitely BMF on Stars.
Yeah, BMF. Yeah, BMF is really good. And if you have time to catch up on Raising Canaan,
Yes, that's good
because that
too.
was really good. Um, yeah, I like Raising Canaan. Uh, I'm kind of like getting away from the reality shows. I really don't care too much for the reality shows no more. It's just I guess because they've been on the air for so long. Most of these reality shows that are on now have been on for like years. Like Love and Hip Hop has been on since what 2011.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, so it's been
Most
about
of them
10
been on
years.
for like since
10 years.
2008,
Yeah.
2009.
So I think the world of reality TV is phasing out. People are really wanting to see different programming. We didn't really have reality TV when we was growing up.
No.
We always had like
Well, it
sitcoms.
started with the real world when we were
Yeah,
younger.
yeah. But we always had like sitcoms, and we always had good like murder mystery shows to watch, and we always had just good.
We had TV.
Yeah, we had TV. We had good movies. There were good movies. Like I remember growing up. Remember when Roots came out?
Yep, and we all sat in front of the TV watching it.
We had to do a report on it every single night because it stayed on for 2 weeks. Every year it stayed on for 2 weeks, and we had to do it the first. I remember the first year it came on, we had to do a report on it, and then a woman called Moses came out with Cicely Tyson. That came
And
out,
then Queen.
and then Queen. I wonder why they never did the Sojourner Truth story. I mean, I've heard them say things like, Harriet Tubman's story was a lot bigger than Sojourner Truth, but she did the same thing as Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
Yeah, she saved slaves. Um, I wonder why they never did her story.
I like that too. Love and Marriage Huntsville. And you know what I like? Because I didn't believe it at first. And I had to call somebody that I knew was into it. I just knew that because of what it was that they were watching it. And I was right.
What?
Life After Lockup. Child, that show is a hot mess. It comes on Fridays on We. Child, when you see these people
Oh yeah,
really
that
think
black
that these
woman.
people are gonna marry them, come out of jail and marry them and do right, and oh, is that show whole show is a kiki. That whole show is a hot mess. Um, that whole show that's like one of the only things in Love and Marriage Huntsville that I watch that's reality. I really, really don't do reality TV no more for real.
Is it racist to say that you would never be with somebody in jail that was in jail,
No, that wouldn't be
like in prison?
racist.
Like, I mean, is it judgmental?
Um,
Because I couldn't
mm,
see myself being with somebody that, was in jail for like years. Like some of those guys are.
I don't see how, like, when you watch that show, I don't see how they really think that these people are coming out of jail to just be with them, especially when they didn't go in jail knowing them. They were writing them letters, and because there's a whole website or something where you could just find people, pictures of people, and pick who you want to write in jail. So, what makes you think that you the only person that is writing this person in jail?
Well, a lot of men and women fall victim to, people in jail because what they fail to realize is that men and women in jail, they don't have, most of them don't have nobody to talk to. They don't have nobody to write to
Right.
them and stuff like that. So, when they do meet somebody, they look at, they like, and I'm basing this on experience. When I was young, I had one of my friends introduced me to one of his friends that was in jail, and I realized that all he wanted me to do was he wanted me to bring him clothes,
And send money.
and he didn't really ask me for money, but what he would do was he would call my house, and he would ask me to dial a number, and then he would tell me to put the phone down while he was talking to his girl.
Oh, I got one better than that. I had one that was in jail telling me how he was coming out to be with me and then tell me to call his girlfriend. But I had to put on my deep voice and pretend like I was just one of his boys because he didn't want to call her collect because she couldn't afford to collect phone bill, but I could.
Well, that I woke up real quick to that.
Oh, right.
I did. I woke up real quick to that. It was this one guy in there. He was telling me how much he loved me, and he was gonna be with me when he got out. Child, I stopped that right in its tracks.
No, because it's
I did.
see,
I stopped it right in its
but
tracks.
see, I think that people that get caught up in that are very lonely, and they're very lonely, and it's something that they have to pass the time, and that's how they get hooked up in believing the stuff that these people in jail are telling them because they're lonely out here and they can't find that attention that the people in jail are
Hmm.
giving them, so they get caught up like that because it's it's just a lot. It's
Hmm.
a lot, and when you lonely, you will do a lot of things when you lonely,
But then you
child.
got some relationships like that that work.
It's because both of them are lonely. The person in jail ain't got nobody to come out to,
Hmm.
and the person that they talking to really do fall in love. Like, but that show, Life After Lockup, child. There's one couple on there. She was a CO, and they caught her having sex with him, and then she ended up going to jail, and of course he was already in jail, so they extended, but they didn't really extend his sentence because they figured she was the one that coerced him. He couldn't have did it unless she allowed him to do it. She went to jail, I think, for like 2 years. Then she came out of jail, and now she don't have a job, and then he's getting out of jail, and of course he
He
ain't
ain't
got
got
a
no
job.
job.
And the shade is they can't even live with each other because both of them are on parole.
Right.
So they could only see each other for a certain amount of time a day, and then they gotta go live in certain different places. But they married. She married him while they were in jail. What sense do that make? That makes absolutely no sense.
Love make people do some crazy stuff.
Then you have a girl on there. She's black. She come from a well-to-do family. She driving a Porsche, but she just want a thug. So he gets out of jail and gets a regular job, and he thinking he getting a good paycheck. His paycheck only like $100, and she gonna get mad and go, "Well, what you gonna do with that?" And he's like, "You tell me what I'm gonna do with this." Cause
Mm-mm.
he ready to go start selling drugs again and make some coin.
Hmm.
But he ain't. He really ain't. He want to, but he ain't trying to because he don't want to go back to jail,
Right.
which I don't blame him. But at the same time, when you getting a paycheck, when you work all week and it's like $100, and she looking at you talk about what you gonna do with that, and you got to pay restitution, that
Hmm.
whole $100 going towards your
And when
restitution.
she realized all them damn gone fines he had to pay,
Right,
talking about getting married, she don't realize them fines fall on her too.
right. And when she marry him, she
I
gonna
think,
have to pay the
and you know
restitution.
what? A lot of people now I understand why. Because there was this big scandal with Yandy on Love and
Yeah,
Hip Hop. She had her wedding on Love and Hip Hop, right? But they said it was a fake marriage because Yandy, because when you get married, you're not officially married until you sign off on
Right.
everything. So, um, you know, her husband, getting ready to go down for a 5 year bid. So she didn't sign the marriage certificate or nothing until he got out of jail 4 years later because he had all these fines and stuff. She didn't want that to
Well,
fall into her
can
money.
she do that?
Yeah,
Well, no, because remember, we had a certain amount of time to sign it and get it back.
yeah, but I
So,
guess New York worked different. I don't
I
know.
guess.
One of the reasons why she did not
Well, no, you
sign
can just
the
apply for
marriage
it again.
certificate, right? But the reason why she didn't sign the marriage certificate
Right.
was because she said she didn't want her husband's
Debt
financial debt to
to come
fall
on
on
to
her.
her.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they say when you get married, you got to marry somebody with good credit.
Uh huh.
Because all their debt becomes your debt when you say I do.
Hmm. Yeah. So love make people do some crazy things. Like I mean, I have seen some people do some things for love that you would just be like, girl, you done lost your whole mind.
Right. But you can't tell people what to do for love because
Mm-mm.
everybody's different.
I think everybody got to learn the hard way in some kind of way. That's what it is.
Some way, somehow. We
Mm-hmm.
all learn a lesson in love. We all been stupid in love. Some of us don't want to admit it, but there have been that one person that made us lose our damn mind.
Yeah, I had one. His name was Michael
Some
Wallace.
of us have one, some of us have more than one till we learn our lesson and
You
wake
should
up
see
and
him
go,
now. He was fine.
Child, what the hell was I thinking? Because
Mm-hmm.
I swear to y'all, I saw a picture come up in my phone the other day and I was like, what the hell was I
I
thinking?
know. Like I told you, I said the one that I wanted to commit suicide over when I was young, right? Because he had broke my heart. You should see him now. He looked like a big old booger. He was
Right.
like a
You
big
be,
old fat booger, and I'm like, child, what was I thinking?
child,
Because he was
somehow.
fine when we was young. When we was young, he was fine as hell, tall, nice body, nice physique, and stuff like that. You should see him now. Oh God, his stomach is like protruding.
Now, y'all, please excuse this avatar right now. But we was both chilling, to then realize what time it was. Cause I know yesterday somebody said they was watching us. I ain't gonna say no names, but you know who you are. They was watching us and stopped watching us because they like to see us. And they didn't wait yet long enough yesterday to see Tremel because he popped in yesterday.
Yeah, well, the only time y'all don't see us, y'all, is when we had a long day. Like today was a long
Yeah,
day.
today we had a
Oh,
long
we had a
day.
long day. We look terrible.
So not to and not so that we won't come on. Like right now, is really we. I should have titled this "Pillow Talk" because we laying in the bed
We sure
chilling.
enough are.
I should have titled this "Pillow Talk."
You see how they still working on my feet?
Uh huh. But now, Tremel, did you hear about Faith and what's his name
Stevie J?
getting the divorce?
Yeah, I heard about
And he
that.
filed for divorce
Mm-hmm.
because allegedly she beats him
I wouldn't doubt it.
every time the cops came
She
to
used
the
to beat
house.
Biggie up.
She was the one getting arrested.
Yeah, she used to beat Biggie up. She used to beat the shit out of Biggie. You ain't know
I
that?
don't blame her. I mean, you know, hey,
Faith ain't no. She ain't no.
she ain't no punk.
She from Brick City.
She ain't nobody
She
punk.
from Newark, Brick City. Yes. So she ain't no punk. So she ain't gonna. I don't know what J did. Stevie J will make you want to punch him in the face,
And you
though.
know, Miss Jocelyn had something to weigh in on it.
What
And
did
you
she
know, she
say?
had to weigh in on it, honey.
What did she say?
That it ain't her fault that her Stevie J be trying to tip to her house, but she happy with the dude she with now,
Mm.
and all this other stuff she was saying, and check out her success on her TV show and everything else. And
Her show is good though.
her show is good.
Her show is really
She be
good.
beating the hell out them girls
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Her show is good though. Like Jocelyn, she would be a good pimp.
Oh yeah, child, cause she be pimping the hell out of them women.
Yes, she does.
She said, "What the hell you said to me, bitch?" And pop them right in the mouth. I'm like, "Oh, girl." She, you know who she act like? Eva, but with women.
Mm-hmm.
She act like Eva doing all the Queen's
Mm-hmm.
men, but just with women. Cause she will hook off. Hey, Golden Bob. She will hook off on one of them women on that show
Yes,
so
she will.
fast. You give her the wrong attitude. bitch, I'm giving you an opportunity, and this is what you talk to me. Pap, pap.
What's that show called? Jocelyn's Cabaret, right?
Jocelyn's Cabaret. Yep, that's a good show too, y'all. It's a reality show. I but see that I it's supposed to be a reality show, but I don't think that's reality. Like I told y'all, I was supposed to be on a reality show, and when I realized that reality ain't really reality because they kind of low key write a script without it being a script,
Mm-hmm.
it like really spoiled reality shows for me. Not that I thought all that stuff was real to begin with, but just not because I thought all that stuff was real to begin with, but I thought it was more real than what it was. Like when I was supposed to be on that reality show and I saw how they would manipulate a conversation and turn a conversation
Uh-huh.
or even part of the storyline, I was like, well, this ain't reality TV. This is just y'all setting up a scene and us saying whatever we want to say in regards to the situation.
Right.
So it was like that kind of spoiled it for me. You thought she was a madam at the beginning of her show.
Who?
She acted like it, Jocelyn.
Yeah. She acts like
She
it.
acted like it. She acted like she was a pimp. She sure did. She sure did act like she was a pimp. She sure did. But those are some good. What shows? Some of the shows y'all are watching now. You know what I watched. Tramel didn't watch it with me because I started it without him. So by the time he started watching with me, it was like maybe halfway through. But I started watching Squid Game. Well, I watched the whole Squid Game,
I
and
probably would have liked it if I was started.
that movie was wow, wow. It was one of those movies where it make you sit back and think. And I like movies like that that make you. It has a plot, it has a meaning, but the real meaning behind the movie is what make you think. And I heard they coming out with a part two. Well, the way it ended, it should have been a part two. The way it ended, he was an idiot, but
Well, he ain't gonna
whatever.
be writing that movie for another 2 years. He said because he said he got another project he working on, but he said they've asked him to write another one.
Because it was good, because it make you think like how far people will go for money. Like if you really, really in debt and you really had everything closing in around you, how far would you go for money?
But look at what happened to the man that won all the money. He was miserable.
But that's the thing. Like my point with that is you won and you still worried about everybody else going. Like mind your business. You did what you were supposed to do.
Well,
Go
he
live
did
your
kill his
life.
brother.
But at the same time, it's like you did what you did. Go live your life and be
Hmm.
happy. Let the next people go through what you went through.
Right.
And but at the same time, I guess if you have it showed his more human side because in the beginning he didn't care what he did and who he did things to and how he did things to people. He just was about getting a coin. But by the end of the movie, he realized that that wasn't the way to be. Like there was more important things in life than money. Reese Cup, I heard that was good. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. Our Kind of People. You know what else is good? Queens with Eve and Brandy and them
Yes,
other
that's
two
good.
women. That's really good. Queens is really good. Eve made a good comeback to TV. She did. She really did. And Brandy too. Definitely.
Yeah, that is a good show. And you know what? It just goes to show you um what we experienced back in the day, like with rappers like Eve. Eve is a she's a beast when
But
it
you know
comes to
who
the rap
surprised
game.
me? For real?
Who?
Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy
Not the singing, because I know Brandy
with
could
the
sing.
rapping.
The rapping surprised me that Brandy could rap. That surprised me for real. I was like, all right, you got some balls. That's right. You better hit it. I was like, all right, I
Natari
can.
do too.
Natari do too. No, but Brandy, because you figure, okay, she's in a girl group, she's gonna sing.
Yeah,
That was just
but
the
her and Eve be
obvious.
bringing it. Brandy and
But
Eve be
Eve
bringing it.
and Brandy be bringing it
Yeah.
as well. Eve, you know, she gonna bring it because she's a rapper. But I love her acting anyway. I loved when she was had her own show, Anything Eve acted in, I liked it because she was a good actress. I was just shocked that Brandy could really rap the way that she can.
Yeah, I was too.
That surprised me. But that's a good show, Queens. Don't ask me when it come on because we never watch it when it come on. We watch it after the fact. What else we been watching, Jamil?
Um, that's really it. We've been watching American Crime Story impeachment. I've been watching that. You know the story, the Monica Lewinsky story.
I've been watching that
Um,
too.
it wow. I a lot of stuff that happens I did not know. Like I didn't know that Monica Lewinsky never wanted to come out. She didn't want to be exposed. She didn't want to expose the president. You know,
Right.
and it just like proves my point. How people will laugh up in your face and they'll smile up in your face, and you meanwhile thinking they're your friend when they ain't really your friend. They either out to either sabotage you or they trying to gain something from it.
And be digging a hole for you.
Hmm. They be digging your grave. Hmm.
But yeah, I need to watch Our Kind of People because I heard that was really good.
What is that on Netflix?
No, on I think it came on tonight on Fox on Channel
Oh,
5.
really?
It's a black show.
Well, Fox has a lot of good new shows coming out.
It's about a bunch of stuck up black people and trying to fit into their world. One girl trying to fit into their world or something like that.
Well, our other show comes on tonight, which is The Oval.
Yes, the Oval is, oh my God, that is good. It
Yeah.
started out slow, very Tyler Perry. It
Hmm.
started out slow. It was one of those, oh God, here we go again with the like the haves and the have nots. But then it just morphed into something totally different.
They gonna break too much though.
And then Sisters is yo. I love
Yeah,
Sisters.
Sisters is good too.
Bros came back. We just ain't never finished watching it
Oh,
all.
did it?
Bros came back, and there's another movie coming out named Bros because T.S. Madison is in it. It's a movie coming out named Bros.
And
Um,
speaking of T.S. Madison, we've been watching the Miss Pat show.
yeah, it's the Miss Pat show.
The Miss
Now
Pat
that
show.
is good. That's on BET Plus. Child, if you want a good comedy, if you
Miss
want
Pat.
a good comedy, something to laugh at, Miss Pat is the show to watch. It
Yeah.
got Tammy Roman in it.
Tammy Roman is
She is
hilarious.
hilarious.
She is. She
Let
is.
me tell y'all something about Tammy. Tammy did the best thing she did was leaving Basketball Wives and becoming an actress.
Yes.
Because in
She's
Family
good.
Business,
Yeah, she's
she
good.
is the bomb.
Yeah.
In Miss Pat, she is the bomb.
Yeah,
And
she's
that's
funny.
two different roles. One role, she's like a gangster. The other role, she's a comedian. Tammy is very a well-rounded
I think she can
actress.
do a good black drama.
Yeah,
I really do. I really
I
think
think she
she.
could do that too.
Yeah,
Well, Family Business is kind of a drama.
it is. But I would like to see Tammy do a movie.
I would like to see her in a more of a leading role
Right. Right.
where she's more in the forefront because I love her acting. I love
Yeah, I
it,
love
love it,
her.
love it,
Yeah.
love it. I would have never, hey, Erica, I would have never thought Tammy was as good as the actress as she is
Hmm.
just because of where she came from.
Well, she's worked on her craft for many years.
Yeah.
She's been
Like
acting for
she's been
many
in little
years.
stuff,
Yeah.
but like little stuff. She's
But I
always
think
had
she
little
really
roles.
started taking it serious about maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
When
She
she
started
left
taking it
Basketball
serious.
Wives
Yeah.
because she did an interview and said she didn't know what she was going to do.
Hmm.
And then she said, well, let me do this acting thing. And it's paying off for her because she's a really good actress.
Yeah. And they need to leave Tammy alone talking about her. She's lost so much weight and stuff like that. And what people don't understand is a lot of people think just because you're diabetic, you overweight. There's a lot of diabetics like myself. You know, it happens to me.
Right.
You know, where I lose weight. You know, I become very very small, um, and it can it can really take a toll on your body, and if she's diabetic, it could be anything. It could be because diabetic, you have so many complications from it, um, that could be causing her to not either gain weight
Right.
or I think what happened is just stopped gaining weight. She like me, like you know me, Joseph. I could eat a whole table full of food and won't gain a pound. You know, but then there are times when my metabolism is not like it is, and I'll gain weight. You know,
I ain't worried about Tammy. She an Aries child. We persevere through it all.
yeah.
And I never knew her birthday was the day after mine.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's the day after mine. It is the day after mine.
Yeah. So, is that all we're gonna talk about tonight? Or
TV shows. I'm gonna change the title from Tell It All Tuesday to Television Review Tuesday, because that's what we did. We
yeah,
gave kind of low key television show reviews tonight, and it is what it is. You know they're making a new Transformers, right?
they are
Yes.
good.
I saw the Eternals. Tramel fell asleep on it,
I thought it was
so
corny.
that's what I'm just gonna tell y'all right
It
there.
was corny.
Tramel fell asleep on it.
It
I
was
watched
corny.
it. It was.
If I fall asleep on it, you know it ain't good, Joseph.
When it comes to superhero movies, I've always found origin stories boring because you have to get into who they are, how they became who they became, and how they got their powers. That always bores me. I'm always looking for the second movie where you already know they have their powers, so they
Hmm.
can just get into what they get into and do what it is that they do. So other than, and I have to be totally honest, and I'm not being biased, I have to be honest. Other than Black Panther, I think that was an amazing origin story because it held you, because he was already in two other movies prior to this. So they've really just, it was still an origin story, but it was an origin story that didn't need that much guidance because you had already saw him in action. You had already heard about Wakanda. So just to see Wakanda was like, oh wow. But when it comes to superhero movies, origin stories kind of get me, and that's how I was with that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. When Spider Man coming out, so I guess that's the next superhero movie I'm looking forward to is Spider Man. And then on HBO Max and the shows they putting on Disney Plus, uh, Ms. Marvel and Green Lantern and Batgirl. I'm waiting for all of those to come out on HBO Max and Disney Plus and She Hulk and stuff like that. But that Eternals,
Mm.
uh,
It was corny.
uh, I think they tried to tell too many stories at once, and it just a lot of it just left you confused and like, well, what the hell was they talking about here? And they kept taking you back in time, and one minute you in present day, the next minute you before you BC, the next minute you AD, and it was just a lot. So I think they tried to tell too. It was too ambitious. Put it that way. It was just too ambitious. It lost me, but I still watched it. Tremel fell asleep on it. I'm trying to see Shanghai and the Ten Rings, but for whatever reason that won't play. But that's about to come on Disney Plus. Actually, what's today? That's about to come on Disney Plus in like 2 days. So I can watch that in 2 days on Disney Plus. Yeah, in 3 days actually. I can watch that on Disney Plus and I don't have to worry about it. But y'all, this is not going to be a long live tonight. We are going to get out of here. Thank you guys for coming and chatting with us and doing what it is that you do.
Yes.
We appreciate you. We love you. Make sure you are following us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, right here on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button and share us out. Share us out to your social media. Share us out to your friends. Tell a friend. If you want to become part of the McCray King's Kingdom, membership has its perks, especially at the meet and greet. So hit that join button and become a member of our channel. Also, make sure you check out the McCray King's boutique for everything McCray King's and Dare to Be Different. So you can have coffee with the Kings in the morning with me and Tramel on your coffee cup.
Yes.
And tomorrow, we,
It's hump day.
it's hump day. And tomorrow, we may be doing a giveaway. What kind of giveaway, you say? Well, we may be giving away a McCray King's night mug. I'll let you know the details tomorrow when you tune in if you want to win the mug. But in any event, you guys, please, if nobody told you they loved you today, just know that Tramel and I do, and there's nothing you can do about it. We love you. Again, thanks for watching and making us part of your evening. And thank you for coming at our new time, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
And on that note, please
Remember
always remember,
to walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And always remember,
it's Team McCray.
all damn day.
Later, y'all.
Talk to you soon.